Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Kamen Zero Spike back again once again, and today we're here for Bakuage Sentai BOONBOOMGER episode 4. And in this episode, the secret's out and all the rest of the whole city knows who the BOONBOOMGER are. Well, not their secret identities, but they know of them. They know of the team. They even know of the Ashirasen, which they outed themselves willingly anyway. And also this episode, we see that a government agency has basically come into contact, or has been watching the BOONBOOMGER, and now wants to basically take control of them and wants to know everything that they know. And they're doing stuff. This big agency want to take over my stuff. I'm just like, it's stupid. You're not taking my stuff. So in this episode, we see that the news and this new agency called the ISA, the International Space Agency. The director woman, her name is Saiba, and Saiba is talking with our policeman or Black Ranger Oxus, and he has a cool name. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, but his name is Oxus, and he's basically under under her, trying to investigate the BOONBOOMGER. And we see that while people all over the city are calling them tire people, they're calling them the tire people and stuff like that. We see that Taya, Boon, and Sashido are basically seeing what's going on and stuff like that. They're kind of joking about it to a degree. Boon's very excited that he feels famous. So we see that Mira is off by herself. She's chilling, she's taking a walk, and we see that she sees two kids playing with a soccer ball. The kid kicks it and he tries to go get it across the street, but he almost gets hit by a truck, and we see that Mira goes off and saves him. When she saves him, she says, "Hey, be careful, don't just run out in the street," and something like that. He thanks her, and then he calls her tire person, and he's like, "No, I'm not a tire. No, it's not tire person." Then she does her whole her pose and everything. She says the name of the actual team and stuff like that, and then that's when a pair of handcuffs get slapped on her. And she's taken into custody. She's taken for interrogation. We see that she's getting interrogated by Saiba and Oxus, and she basically asks them, "Are you guys aliens? What are you guys necessarily doing?" And then that's when Mira talks about the Hashirasen and the real villain and stuff like that going on. And that's when she wants to know, Saiba wants to know basically wants to know who they are, people and stuff. And that's when Taya's name comes on the morpher, and he basically tells her who he is, and then they end up inviting her to the base, which I thought was kind of fast. They end up inviting her to the base, and she talks to Taya and basically says, "Oh, I guess since you're the leader, I guess you seem very rich, you seem very wealthy to be have all this stuff. It seems like you have enough money to build all this stuff. It seems like you don't have the government backing you or whatever to build this." And she basically says that, now that I'm here, where the ISA is gonna take control of this place, basically take control of this place. She says that since you're the leader, we've disbanded your team, and Taya, you're gonna work for us, and a bunch of basically you're gonna work for us, and a bunch of other stuff. And Taya's like, "Hold on, wait, cuz nah, you're not doing that. Listen, we'll work with you, we'll share information with you, but we are going to work under ourselves. We're not going to work for you. We're not going to this ain't the Sokovia Accords, okay?" She basically says we'll work with you, we'll do this and that, but at the same time, we're still going to do what we're doing. We're still going to do what we're doing, and I'm going to work with the people that I want to work with. And he's talking about blue and pink. So after she basically decides we're not doing nothing, whatever. We see that Oxus he's like totally like fanboying out. Like he's like, man, I can't get to work with these guys, and you know, all this stuff. Like he's happy, he's really excited, he's really admiring the team and stuff. So that's when we get our three Hashiaras in there at like a sauna, and they end up creating a monster. Like he's supposed to be like he's a sauna monster. He's supposed to be like the rocks that you put, you know, that you make hot, and that's his whole gimmick. His whole gimmick is like heat. And so when they create him, he basically uses his powers to make people all around him really hot, and he makes everybody sweat. So when they sweat, he's able to steal energy from them to basically, you know, make the gas line higher and higher. So he's doing that. And then he forces like the people to call the Boonboonger, and all the people start screaming for the Boonboonger, and they get ready to go out there and fight the guy, you know, take him out and stuff. But then Saiba tries to stop them for some reason. Like she tries to stop them because, like, you know, you're under our authorization and stuff. You can't go fight nobody without orders from us and stuff like that. And then like Taya's like, you don't hear those people out there crying for us and screaming for our name to come help them, and you know, like, you don't hear those people screams and stuff. And even Oxus himself, you know, she orders him to stop them, and he's like, no, I can't. He's like, I can't do that. Like, I'm an officer of the law. Like, I can't. Like, this is hard for me too. Like, I can't ignore people when they're crying out for help and things like that. So they just said screw it. They all left, right? They all left, and Saiba is left there with Boonboon, and he offers her curry and stuff, and we see that she eats a lot of curry. She eats like 4 bowls of the stuff, right? So she stays there, and she gets on the phone, starts talking to the HQ. We go back to our Rangers. They run up on this monster, they hinching up, they start fighting him. He ends up using his heat powers and stuff like that on them, and they ended up like really like whooping. They did some wacky stuff. Like we saw that all 3 of them have their own individual ultimate moves. Taya's was just overall just the most like eccentric, like off the wall one. Like he ended up using his sword, he uses the blade, extends the blade, pushes this guy all the way out in orbit, pushes him to the other side of the planet, back all the way comes back behind him, and then slashes him. I'm like, what? That was some Toon Force. Taya got Toon Force. I don't care. To do that, yo, you pushed them all the way into orbit, and then turn and push them all the way to the other side of the planet and all the way back behind you in a matter of seconds. Power scalers, do something with that, cause what the hell? And then freaking Sashiro, he does his ultimate move, which is very simple. I mean, like he's basically like a freaking Hellzone grenade. It basically was just Hellzone grenade. And then Mira does her ultimate, which was essentially like very simple and silly, but no one's beating Taya's. Like, good, you pushed the man in the orbit and had him go all the way to the other side of the planet. Come on, to come back behind you and then you slash him. But then so they end up defeating him, and then that's when we get our mech fight with Yada Yada, our little like monster car, you know, with him. And then we get into our mech fight, and our mech fight was wacky as well. We learned that Sashiro is like a freaking sauna guy. He goes to the sauna 3 times a week, and they use that logic to defeat him. They ended up using their screw sword to unscrew him, and they've been using that a lot. Like it's only not worked one time, and that's only because the other monster was really rusty. But like that's like a signature gag or signature move that they're going with, because they've used that move at least like almost on almost every monster. So I guess that move is like a staple, you know. So they end up using that move on him, and they basically screw off all of his armor, right? When they screw off all of his armor, that's when they ended up, you know, overall just went ahead and defeating him. After they defeat him, we also saw that Oxus got all the people that were being having their energy stolen. He got all those people out of there and stuff. So yeah, good on him. So we get back to base, and that's when Saiba kind of has some more negotiations with the dudes, has some more negotiations with the team. She says that now that we're working together, you guys will need a monitor, and that's when Taya chooses Oxus to be their monitor. And now that he's the monitor, he'll be able to be there and see, keep it basically like basically keep an eye on them and report to Saiba when new stuff is happening. We see that everybody gets ready to eat curry together. We see that Boon Boon makes Saiba blush, and it's always those stern, like, about business women that have a softer side to them. So I don't know where that's gonna go, but this was kind of handled pretty quickly. Like, I thought this lady was gonna be like a problem or a nuisance, but it just seems like she's not. But I feel like she's gonna be like somewhat of a problem later on. Not like she's gonna be evil or anything, but like she's gonna be like played by the books kind of person, But other than that, I don't really see her being a ranger anytime like down the line. I think we got our main 5 right now. Like, the 6th ranger for this series is gonna be wacky. I hope he's a motorcycle. Like, I just like, it'd be cool, everybody's cars, but then the 6 rangers motorcycles. But yeah, so also Genba was in this episode as well. Genba, we actually got a glimpse of his morpher, and it looks very different from everybody else's. Same thing with Oxus. When he becomes a Black Ranger, it shows that he's gonna become Black Ranger next episode, and we see that his morpher is gonna look different than everybody else's. So that's possibly why orange and black, orange and black, all their suits kind of look different. Like, their suits, they have a shoulder pad. They have like a shoulder pad on their left side, so on their left shoulder. So I'm wondering, does Orange have it on his left shoulder or his right shoulder? Anyway, but he has a shoulder pad, and Black has a shoulder pad. So their morphers look different. Their morphers are like, they're gold. They have like a yellowish gold, and they have like the red hazard light on them. So yeah, it seems like Genba's probably been a freaking Boonboonger. He just hasn't like transformed like that much, because he was communicating with them through it. So yeah, I can't wait to see the debut when he transforms. But next episode, Black is gonna get premiered, and I really did like this episode. Taya kind of handled the whole government trying to come and take us over thing. He handled that pretty freaking well, and he also made sure to include his friends, because he gives a duck about both of them, especially Sashiro. Like, you ain't finna just dump Sashiro like that. That's your best. That's the homeboy. We don't know y'all past yet, but obviously y'all close. And also, like, that's your information guy. Like, he may be a kind of a serious dude, but he's still a nice dude, and he's still your friend, and you still trust him. So you're not disbanding that. Mira just got here, yo. This is like our 4th day on the job. I'm counting the episodes as days. This is like our 4th day on the job, and you already trying to fire her? Like, come on, bro. Get up out of here with that. But other than that, this episode is great. Episode's great, still going strong. Hey, it became a whole 9 out of 10 for me when Taya did this. When Taya did his ultimate attack, just straight up wacky. You knocked the guy into orbit and rotated him around the planet back to you behind him, and you slash him. Like, you extended your blade, dude. Come on, and you did all this in seconds. I know I'm talking about a lot. It's just the fact it was just out of nowhere, and everybody else's ultimate attack wasn't nothing like yours. It was still cool, but it wasn't nothing like yours. Taya, you took the cake for like wackiest ultimate move. But other than that, I'm gonna see you guys next time. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. What do you guys think about this episode of Bakuage Sentai BOONBOOMGER? So what do you guys think about this episode? How do you think this whole, working with the government stuff is gonna go? Like, how you think this is gonna turn out? And do you think Miss Saiba is gonna be a problem later? What do you think? But other than that, I'm gonna see you guys next time. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Remember, as I always say, stay henshin.